Alright guys, this is Jason Maxim along with the Matt Hardy, former TNA and WWE star. How's it going, buddy?
Very good, how are you?
Doing very good. Well, you had a pretty brutal match tonight against Masato. You want to tell us anything about that here at IWA East Coast?
Yeah, it was very aggressive, very physical, and it was kind of fun for me to work that style of match because it's very unorthodox, very different from what I typically do. You know, Masato obviously is from Japan, works a very strong style, very physical style. There's a little bit of clash between our styles, but I think the people that came here tonight and paid to, you know, watch the IWA East Coast show got a hell of a match. I think they definitely were entertained and enjoyed what they saw.
Absolutely, I will agree with that. The burning question going on with us right now is you work for IWA East Coast, you've done a lot of indie shows lately. What's moving you more in the direction of indie compared to going to TNA or WWE again? Now, we know you're doing some Ring of Honor stuff as well right now.
Right.
But what about indie more than the mainstream?
Honestly, right now, something I kind of discovered is, you know, I enjoyed working with WWE. I really did. My body got really beat up. I've got a lot of bone chips and bone spurs on my lower back and hips. And I've had 3 non-invasive surgical procedures of lasers trying to burn these and melt them down. I've got DDP's yoga just starting in. I'm trying to break up my scar tissue. Basically trying to get healthy. I don't think my body is ready to do 4 or 5 days a week now. I can do 1 or 2 and still be physically in top shape and then take 5 or 6 days and train really hard and try and get healthy. So on top of doing that, that's one of the beneficial reasons. The second thing is just that I don't want to be under contract anywhere right now. I'm getting ready to shoot a small role in a movie coming up. I've got a whole bunch of other projects that I'm working on trying to grow on. And now that when you're under a contract, it's just like you are property of whoever you work for now, especially if it's WWE or TNA. So this just helps relieve a lot of the stress, a lot of the pressure. I control my schedule. If I was too injured or hurt, I don't have to work through things, or I don't have to worry about politics or fighting for a spot or keeping a spot. And it's really helped me as far as being stress-free and also killing a lot of the pressure. And for me, it's kind of reminded me why I got into this crazy business in the first place, because my passion is back of loving just to go out and entertain the fans. Whether there's, you know, 400 or 500 people like there were tonight, or if there's, you know, 50,000, you know, at WrestleMania. I mean, when it's all said and done, anybody who gets in this business and stays in it for any amount of time does it because they're passionate and they love what they do. And there's times anyone can tell you that's had a multi-year run like in a WWE where you can question yourself, like, why am I doing this? I hate this. And it really sucks when something you're so passionate about and you love, you grew up, it wanted to be your dream as a child, for you to kind of turn against it and go like, I hate this. It's like a regular everyday job that I didn't want to do. You know, so I kind of was in a bad place for a while, especially with that mindset and just physically so beat up and damaged. And now that I've had time off and my body healed and I've done some things to actually take care of my body, I'm really enjoying wrestling again. And it's been really fun to kind of rediscover and fall in love with the whole business again. And on top of that, it's also been great to go work a variety of opponents, you know, all across the country. You know, Sami Callihan is a guy I worked who was really good. You know, Masato was someone very different tonight. Last night was Chase Stevens. I've worked everyone you can think of, anybody who's out there, I've been able to have a match with them and enjoy it. And it's just different because now there's nobody to say, you can't do this and you can't do this, you know, and I get free creative control, and that's part of what keeps that passion burning and alive. So it's just a bunch of opponents I've never wrestled before, which I enjoy because I feel like it helps broaden me as a performer. And on top of that, just my creative juices are flowing more than ever before because I have so much creative control. There
you go. So how is it touring with Reby Sky, her wrestling as well?
That's been a lot of fun. It's been fun for me, and I take a lot of pride. I'm like a proud papa, you know, even though it's probably a disgusting thing to say, I'm a proud papa, you know, but I'm a very proud spouse and boyfriend to her because, you know, I've seen her, she's really only been wrestling full-time since January, and she's just improved exponentially. It's insane how good she's gotten, and like, you know, she got a tough gig because, you know, she's done Playboy and she modeled for many years, and she started, you know, by doing a radio show, Busted Open. It's probably the biggest show that's on XM Radio. She was a host for that. She's very knowledgeable about the wrestling business. She started with Lucha Libre USA, doing commentary, re-announcing, interviews backstage, and then sometime during a match she got hit and ended up taking a bump and you know, getting involved in the action. And I can tell you this, if you're in the wrestling business and you're working for anyone, that first time you take a bump, you're going to be having a match before it's all said and done.
I remember mine.
So one thing led to another. She ended up being in a match there, and we were dating each other at the time, and I helped train her and get her ready a little bit. And once she did it, she realized she liked it, you know, and she's just brilliant. Like my website, which is Matthardybrand.com, and you know, my shop, shopmatthardy.com, she built both of those from scratch. You know, she does all my videos, she does all my graphics, she's amazing with all that stuff, and she's a good athlete too, and now she's just like toughened up and she's just so smart. She's so intellectual the way she thinks. She's just really learned and been able to process information so quick. And not only, you know, does she do her own match, and we go back and we watch it, you know, several times, and I try and, you know, pick it apart and critique her stuff. She watches my matches very close. Usually she's at ringside and she sees little things I do, and, you know, we'll get in a car ride, and I love driving for 3 or 4 hours just talking about the business and, you know, talking about matches and psychology and different ways your character can work, and especially against other characters' personalities. And she's truly like a student of the game, and you know, hats off to her. She's a smaller girl that is a gorgeous girl, but she's also really tough.
There you go. So what can we look forward to seeing out of Matt Hardy upcoming?
Well, like you said, I have a couple places that, you know, have some promising television coming along, and I'm going to do that. Like I said, my main goal is to be free and to be able to do what I can, you know, and just keep my passion alive where I feel like I'm in creative control of Matt Hardy and the Matthardybrand, so to say. Have some stuff working with Ring of Honor, which I think the ideas that we've been throwing around are really good. They're going to be different. No one's ever done that before. And I would fit it to a T, kind of what we thought about my character, my person, my background, my knowledge. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And you know, there's these other television things. I just want to help give back as much as I can right now by. I've been given so much knowledge by guys like Michael Hayes and Stone Cold and, you know, Triple H and all these guys I worked with over the years, Undertaker. You know, and I just want to give that back to some of the newer, younger guys and you know, help them grow. And I want to do what I can to, you know, keep the lifeblood of this business alive, and that's the passion, you know, and that's the young guys who have that dream to succeed and conquer the world and you know, be the champion of all champions when it's all said and done, you know, and just make themselves better every day and not race against someone else, but race against themselves to always improve themselves. So right now, that's where I'm at, you know, for the next few months, the immediate future.
Well, Matt, we appreciate you being here at IWA East Coast and being on to the Maxim. Is there anything else you would like to say before we go to your little MFers out there?
Sure, to all my MFers, if you're new fans, that's some attitude followers. It's not a derogatory statement. It's a positive statement. I'd just like to say thank you for supporting Matt Hardy. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy I still have everyone's support, especially all you guys who have been with me through good, bad, ups, downs, thick and thin. And I can tell you, it took me a lot of years in my life to discover who I truly am, but I have finally found it. Now I feel like I have a lot to give back because I've been gifted with so much in life and blessed with so many great opportunities and experiences. But right now, I just want to tell everyone that's out there that has followed me and supported me and still does support me, thank you very much. Without you, there would be no me. And from the bottom of my heart, I love each and every one of you.
All right, this is Matt Hardy and Jason Maxim for To the Maxim and IWA East Coast. We'll see you in a circuit, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Take it easy.
Adios.
Keep coming back. I got a family to feed.
Get with it, boy.